Hello everybody, this is Marjorie. Look at me today. I look like I should be presenting Love Island on the STV. Oh, my wee love heart is beautiful, isn't it? Another one of my wee Shein numbers, linked down below. Now, I'm wearing this because I'm going to tell you the day about my matchmaking. Matchmaker, make me a match. So, I was going to tell you about Fanny. You know my pal Fanny for number 89? Well, I was setting her up, right, because, well, Fanny's been on her own, right, and I says, oh, we'll get Fanny some company, you know, that'll be lovely, sit and watch the telly of an evening, or go out for a wee meal, that'll be lovely, Fanny will have a great time. So, I says, right, who can I set Fanny up with? I says, oh, maybe set her up like a blind date. Oh! So, I spoke to my pal Helga. Now, Helga's cousin is called Felix, right, and he's from Austria. But he's emigrating, right, because he's coming over from Austria and he's going to be working in Scotland. So I says to Helga, do you think Felix would be interested in having a blind date with my pal Fanny for number 89? She says, oh aye, because he's on his own as well and he'll be quite lonely when he comes over. And she says, right, so I says, what's his full name? She says, his name's Felix Farts. And I went, you can't have a son named Farts. Is it really Farts? And she says, no. It's F-A-A-R-T-Z. It's the Austrian spelling. I says, oh, the Austrian spelling, is that where he's from? How is he from Austria? And she says, aye, he's from Austria. He comes from Viennetta. He stays in Viennetta in Austria. And I says, oh, that'll be lovely. That'll be right up Fanny for number 89 Street. She loves it. She loves Viennetta. So, I says to Fanny, I says, right, I'm going to set you up, right, with Felix Farts. And she said, she's looking at me as if, you're making that up. I says, I'm not making that up. He's from Vienna in Austria. So she says, right. And, we were chatting away, and I says, you know, the times have changed, haven't they, Fanny, since we were wee? Because, I mean, we were more traditional. When we were young, you had to go to the village dance, or, you know, a barn dance, or a farm dance, or a disco dance. You had to go out and about, didn't you? You had to go out and about, or a pal who knew a cousin, who knew a neighbour, who knew a man that jumped off a tractor on the way to Luss. You would always, you know, that's how you made new acquaintances. But nowadays it's all online dating and chat rooms and the internet and the social media. And it's a new era. It's a new era that we live in, Fanny, but I'm setting you up, Hen, right? I'm setting you up on a blind date. And she says, oh, you're like Cilla Black. You're like Cilla Black, Marjorie. And I says, oh, I know. remember Saturday night? In the old days, Saturday night, blind date with Cilla Black. You know, you get 1, 2, or 3. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. And then, you know, there was always 2 really nice ones. And then there was the dubious one, right? And they would have Graham. Remember Graham? Here's Graham with your quick reminder. And you'd have 3 lassies, but you'd have your man, your single man sitting behind the screen, right? And it was by 1, 2, or 3, and he would choose number 3, right? Just for example, choose number 3. Now, one would come out, and one's a stunner, right? 1 6 foot tall, high heel, short skirt, stunner. Number 2 comes round the screen, beautiful again, more beautiful in fact than number 1. More a stunner. And of course then the screen go back and he realises he's let number 1 and number 2 go and he's stuck with an absolute munter. So I used to see, they always said the one, you said, oh, don't pick 3, don't pick 3, don't pick 3. Number 3, please. And I went, well, it's your own fault, you picked them. So anyway, that was that. So she says, where are we going to go our date, Marjorie? Where will Felix Farts and me go our date? And I went, right, what about the Wiggy Wamma Mama Papa at the Gillespie Fort? And she says, oh, I've never been to the Wiggy Waggy Mama Papa. I says, right, well, that's where you're going. I think it's Japanese. She says, I don't like Japanese. I says, it's not about the food. It's not about the food, Fanny. Oh, Fanny. What was I saying? The Wiggy Waggy Mama Papa, right, so she was all excited, but she was quite nervous. She was you know, she was in, the day she was going for her date, she was as nervous as a nun at a penguin shoot. So if she went to her date and she says, oh, I think this is really kind of you, Marjorie, because I mean, I thought I'd be on my own. For all the rest of my days. I didn't really think I would find a man. So this is good of you setting this up. And says, listen, don't don't thank me. Just go, have your date, enjoy yourself, have a nice time. And even if you didn't hit it off, you might become new pals because you never have enough pals in the world. And she says, oh, well, I hope we get on. I hope we click and we hit it off. And I says, listen, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. What's for you'll no go by, you come back like a boomerang and hit you in the head and concuss you. She has her date and the wiggy waggy mama papa. And she says, oh, it went brilliant. We're going on a second date. I says, oh, she says, if I get married, you'll have to get a hat. And I says, married? Oh, I hadn't thought that far ahead, Fanny. And I thought, who's going to tell her? Who's going to tell her if she gets married to Felix Farts that her name's going to be Fanny Farts? I went, oh my God, Fanny Farts.